Hello and welcome to Switch Mania. It's your boy Clarence back at it again for a new episode. And today, we'll be showcasing 30 great deals on Nintendo Switch eShop that are worth buying before the sale ends. So whether you're a fan of RPGs, action-packed adventures, or other genres, you're in for a treat. But before we dive in, don't forget to smash that like button and leave a comment down below. Your support means a lot to me and it helps me bring you awesome content. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button to join our Switch Mania community and never miss an episode. So, without further ado, let's dive in. Bleed is a fast-paced and challenging platformer developed by Boot Disc Revolution. The game follows the story of Rin, a young girl who dreams of becoming the ultimate hero. The player is tasked with guiding Rin through a series of intense and action-packed levels filled with enemies, bosses, and obstacles. The game's mechanics revolve around Rin's ability to dash in any direction, fire her weapons, and slow down time. These abilities can be combined to create complex maneuvers, allowing the players to navigate through each level in their own unique style. With a variety of weapons and upgrades to unlock, Bleed offers plenty of opportunities for players to customize their playstyle. One of the highlights of Bleed is its challenging gameplay. Each level presents new and difficult obstacles to overcome, and the boss battles are particularly intense. However, the game's tight controls and responsive gameplay make it satisfying to overcome these challenges.
Only remaining superhero.
Bleed 2 is an action-packed platformer game that follows the adventures of Rin, the world's greatest hero. This sequel to the original Bleed game provides more frenzied action with its non-stop shooting, dodging, and jumping gameplay. With the same retro-inspired pixel art and chiptune soundtrack, Bleed 2 manages to capture the same charm as its predecessor while also adding new mechanics and abilities for Rin. The game features a new upgrade system that allows players to customize Rin's abilities to suit their playstyle. New enemies and bosses add to the challenge, making Bleed 2 a thrilling ride from start to finish. Additionally, the game includes a co-op mode, allowing players to team up with a friend to take on the game's challenges together. Fans of the original Bleed game will not be disappointed with this sequel, and newcomers will find a fun and engaging game to dive into. Severed Steel is a fast-paced first-person shooter that delivers an adrenaline-pumping experience. As a rogue operative named Steel, players must navigate through various levels filled with enemies using acrobatics, slow motion, and an arsenal of weapons. The game's unique gameplay mechanics and physics-based interactions create an immersive and dynamic combat experience. One of the standout features of Severed Steel is its destructible environments, which allows players to blast through walls, create cover, and find strategic advantages. The game's intense gunplay, combined with the ability to slide, dodge, and slow down time, makes for exhilarating gameplay moments that keep players on their toes. Severed Steel is a must-play for fans of fast-paced first-person shooters who are looking for a unique and challenging experience. Its innovative gameplay mechanics, destructible environments, and stylish visuals make it a standout title in the genre. In a musical story, players take on the role of Gabriel, a young musician who embarks on a musical journey through his past memories. The gameplay is based on rhythm mechanics, where players must hit the right notes at the right time to progress through the story. As players progress through the game, they will unlock new instruments and musical tracks, adding depth to the gameplay and the narrative. The game also features hand-drawn animations and an immersive atmospheric soundtrack. A musical story has received positive reviews for its unique gameplay and engaging story, with critics praising its beautiful visuals, excellent soundtrack, and emotionally charged narrative. Underhero is an indie RPG developed by Paper Castle Games that puts a fresh twist on the traditional hero's journey. Players will take on the role of an unlikely hero, a lowly minion who accidentally becomes the chosen one to save the world. With its unique combat system, the game combines turn-based battles with timing-based mechanics, adding an element to strategy to the gameplay. One of the highlights of Underhero is its quirky sense of humor and witty writing, which adds a comedic touch to the story. The game also features charming pixel art graphics and a catchy soundtrack that complements the overall experience. Underhero has been praised for its unique gameplay mechanics, engaging story, and memorable characters. It offers a fresh take on the classic hero's journey and provides a fun and humorous RPG experience that will keep players entertained from start to finish. Letter Quest Remastered is a word-based RPG developed by Bacon Bandit Games that offers a unique blend of word puzzle games and role-playing elements. In Letter Quest Remastered, players control a brave little Grim Reaper named Grim, who embarks on a quest to defeat monsters and save his adorable but ill friend Lex. Players progress through levels by spelling words using an on-screen grid of letter tiles. Each letter has a point value, and players earn points based on the length and complexity of the words they create. The points are then used to upgrade Grim's abilities, weapons, and armor to help him tackle true challenges and defeat powerful bosses. 1979 Revolution Black Friday is a historical adventure game developed by Ink Stories. Set against the backdrop of the Iranian Revolution in 1979, the game puts players in the shoes of a young photojournalist named Reza Shirazi. Players navigate through a tumultuous period in Iranian history, making choices that impact the story and the fate of the characters involved. The game combines elements of interactive storytelling, exploration, and decision-making to create a compelling narrative experience. Players will witness and participate in pivotal moments of the revolution, such as street protests, interrogations, and confrontations with authorities. The choices players make throughout the game affect the story's outcome and shape the relationship between characters. Signs of the Sojourner is a narrative-driven indie game developed by Echo Dog Games. Players embark on a journey as a young trader who inherits their mother's caravan and sets out to explore a post-apocalyptic world. The game features a unique card-based gameplay mechanic where players engage in conversations and interactions with various characters using a deck of cards representing emotions and attitudes. As players travel from town to town, they encounter different people, each with their own unique stories, beliefs, and way of communicating. Through dialogue exchanges, players use their cards to select responses which can affect the outcome of conversations and shape their relationships with the characters they meet. Don't Die Mr. Robot is an indie arcade-style game developed by Infinite State Games. In Don't Die Mr. Robot, players control a small robot navigating a colorful and chaotic world filled with fruit and enemies. The goal is to survive as long as possible while avoiding collisions with enemies and collecting fruit to score points. The game features fast-paced gameplay with simple controls, where players move the robot around the screen to avoid enemies and collect fruit. As players progress, the game becomes increasingly challenging, with more enemies appearing and faster-paced action. One of the game's unique mechanics is the fruit explosion feature, where collecting fruit causes a chain reaction of explosions, creating a thrilling and visually appealing experience. Players can also trigger power-ups and use special abilities to survive longer and achieve higher scores. Valfaris is a 2D action platformer game developed by Steel Mantis and published by Big Sugar. In Valfaris, players assume the role of Tyrion, a heavily armed warrior who returns to his home planet of Valfaris to confront an evil force that has taken control of the once thriving fortress city. The game features retro-inspired pixel art graphics and a heavy metal-inspired aesthetic, with a focus on fast-paced action, intense combat, and exploration. Players navigate through a variety of environments, including caverns, ruins, and industrial complexes, while battling hordes of monstrous creatures and deadly enemies. Tyrion has access to a wide array of weapons, including shotguns, flamethrowers, laser guns, and melee weapons, which can be upgraded and customized to suit the player's playstyle. Slayaway Camp Butcher's Cut is a puzzle-based horror game developed by Blue Wizard Digital. In Slayaway Camp Butcher's Cut, players control Skullface, a masked serial killer, as he navigates through a series of diorama-like levels, reminiscent of 1980s slasher films. The goal is to strategically slide Skullface across the levels to capture and brutally murder the innocent victims while avoiding various obstacles and traps, as well as law enforcement officers who are out to stop him. The game features over 300 levels spread across different movie sets, each with its own unique theme and set of challenges. Players must solve puzzles by planning out their moves carefully to avoid getting caught while ensuring that all victims are eliminated in creative and gory ways. The game combines puzzle solving with elements of strategy and stealth, as players must figure out the optimal path and sequence of actions to complete each level.
Comes the horror hit of 19.
Undernauts Labyrinth of Yomi is a dungeon-crawling role-playing game developed by Experience Incorporated. In the game, players explore a labyrinthine underground world filled with dangerous creatures, traps, and mysteries. Players control a team of characters, each with their own unique abilities and skills, as they navigate through complex dungeons, battle enemies, and solve puzzles to uncover the secrets of the labyrinth. The game features turn-based combat with strategic elements, where players must carefully manage their resources, abilities, and positioning to overcome challenging enemies and bosses. The dungeons are filled with hidden paths, treasures, and secrets, and players must carefully explore each floor to progress deeper into the labyrinth. Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth Complete Edition is a role-playing video game developed by Media Vision and published by Bandai Namco Entertainment. It is a compilation of 2 previously released games in the Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth series, Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth and its expansion, Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory. The game is set in the near-future version of Tokyo, where players take on the role of a hacker who must solve a series of mysteries involving a digital world populated by Digimon creatures. Players collect and raise Digimon, battle other trainers, and explore a variety of different locations. The game features turn-based combat, with players choosing their moves and Digimon to battle against other creatures. Players can also upgrade and evolve their Digimon as they progress through the game, unlocking new abilities and improving their stats. I Am Dead is a puzzle adventure game developed by Hollow Ponds and published by Annapurna Interactive. In the game, players take on the role of Maurice Lupton, a deceased museum curator who must explore the afterlife and uncover the secrets of the island of Shelmerston. With the help of his ghostly dog Sparky, Maurice must search for lost souls and use his unique ability to peer into objects and reveal their memories in order to solve puzzles and uncover the truth behind the island's history. The gameplay in I Am Dead revolves around exploring different locations on Shelmerston, interacting with its inhabitants, and solving puzzles by delving into the memories of objects and characters. The game features a distinctive art style with colorful hand-drawn visuals and a heartwarming narrative that touches on themes of family, friendship, and the passage of time.
Sparky, I didn't want to worry them about the volcano.
Donut County is a popular indie puzzle game developed by Ben Esposito and published by Annapurna Interactive. In Donut County, players control a hole in the ground that grows larger as it consumes objects on the screen. The goal is to swallow up various items and solve puzzles to progress through the game's levels. The game features a unique art style, charming characters, and a humorous story. Players control a character named BK, a raccoon who works for a company that uses remote-controlled holes to steal trash from the residents of Donut County. Throughout the game, players encounter different characters and learn about their stories as they progress. Donut County has received positive reviews for its creative gameplay mechanics, quirky humor, and charming art style. It has won several awards for its design and has been praised for its unique concept and engaging gameplay. Hey ladies and gents, I have an announcement to make. We've been looking at our YouTube analytics and we noticed that 80% of viewers are not yet subscribed to our channel. Well, you're in luck. This is your chance to subscribe right now because we've decided to give back to our subscribers this month with a special giveaway. Yes, you beautiful person who watches this very instant and already subscribed to the channel. That's right, we're giving away a $20 Nintendo eShop gift card for US region to one lucky winner. We know it's not a huge amount, but we hope that it will bring a smile to the winner's face. And to be honest, it's all that we can afford right now. To enter, all you have to do is head on over to the link in the description and follow the instructions there. The giveaway will run until the end of the month and we'll be choosing one winner at random. Additionally, for more chances of winning the giveaway, simply answer this question. What game are you excited to get on the list and why? Leave your answer in the comment section down below. We will be announcing the winner on our Twitter account, so be sure to check it out and follow us there. We want to thank everyone again for all of your support and we can't wait to see who wins the Nintendo eShop gift card. Good luck to everyone who enters and let's get back to the video. Mundaun is an indie horror adventure game developed by Hidden Fields and published by MWM Interactive. Mundaun features hand-drawn pencil-drawn graphics and a unique visual style that set it apart from other games. The game is set in a dark and atmospheric Swiss valley where players take on the role of a character named Curden, who returns to his home village to investigate the mysterious death of his grandfather. As Kerdin explores the haunting landscape of Mundaun, he uncovers dark secrets, encounters supernatural entities, and delves into the history of the village. The gameplay in Mundaun involves exploration, puzzle solving, and occasional combat against hostile creatures. Players will need to use their wits and resourcefulness to uncover the truth behind the mysteries of Mundaun and survive its eerie environments. Ashen is an action role-playing game developed by A44 and published by Annapurna Interactive. In Ashen, players explore a dark, open-world environment filled with ruins, dungeons, and mysterious creatures. The game features a unique cel-shaded art style with a minimalist design where players embark on a quest to find a home for their people in a post-apocalyptic world. One of the key features of Ashen is its cooperative multiplayer gameplay, where players can team up with other players or AI-controlled characters to tackle challenging enemies and overcome obstacles. The game also features a stamina-based combat system where timing and strategy are crucial in battles against various enemies.
The Pathless is an adventure game developed by Giant Squid and published by Annapurna Interactive. In The Pathless, players assume the role of a skilled archer known as the Hunter, who explores a mystical island cursed by darkness. The game features a vast open-world environment filled with ancient ruins, mysterious landmarks, and mythical creatures. Players must navigate the island, solve puzzles, and battle cursed spirits to dispel the darkness and restore the world to its former glory. One of the key gameplay mechanics in The Pathless is the Hunter's ability to move swiftly across the landscape using a combination of archery and acrobatics. Players can shoot their arrows to quickly propel themselves through the air and glide across the island, allowing for fluid and dynamic movement. The game also features environmental puzzles that require the player to use their archery skills to interact with objects and solve challenges.
Maybe marry a follower.
Cult of the Lamb is an action-adventure game developed by Massive Monster and published by Devolver Digital. In Cult of the Lamb, players take on the role of a cute, yet powerful lamb who starts a cult and embarks on a journey to build and manage their own community. The game features a blend of action-adventure gameplay, base-building mechanics, and roguelike elements. Players will need to recruit and manage followers, gather resources, explore a dark and mysterious world, and battle against various creatures and enemies. As players progress through the game, they can expand their cult's headquarters, unlock new abilities and upgrades, and unravel the secrets of the world they inhabit. The game also features procedurally generated levels, offering replayability and challenging gameplay.
Flock, grow your power and spread the word of.
Pikuniku is a puzzle platformer indie game developed by Arnaud Debach and Remy Forcadell and published by Devolver Digital. In Pikuniku, players control a quirky, red, ball-shaped character named Piku who embarks on an adventure to help the inhabitants of a colorful and peculiar world. The game features a unique art style, charming characters, and a whimsical sense of humor. The gameplay of Pikuniku revolves around platforming and solving puzzles in a variety of environments, from forests to caves to towns. Piku can roll, jump, and interact with objects and characters to progress through the levels. Along the way, Piku will meet a cast of eccentric characters and engage in humorous dialogue and quirky interactions. Pikuniku also features a cooperative multiplayer mode, allowing players to team up and solve puzzles together in local multiplayer. The game has a light-hearted and accessible tone, making it suitable for players of all ages. Olija is an indie action-adventure game developed by Skeleton Crew Studio and published by Devolver Digital. In Olija, players control a shipwrecked hero named Faraday who finds himself stranded in the mysterious country of Terrafage. Equipped with a legendary harpoon, Faraday embarks on a quest to escape the perilous land and rescue his fellow shipmates. The game features a unique blend of exploration, platforming, and combat. Players use the harpoon as both a weapon and a tool to navigate the treacherous terrain of Terrafage. They can use it to battle enemies, solve puzzles, and traverse challenging environments. The harpoon can also be used to teleport to different areas, allowing for strategic movement and creative problem solving. The Serious Sam Collection is a compilation of classic first-person shooter games developed by Crodam and published by Devolver Digital. The Serious Sam series is known for its fast-paced, over-the-top and action-packed gameplay with hordes of enemies to mow down using a wide array of weapons. Players take on the role of Sam Sirius Stone, a witty and tough hero, as he battles against waves of alien creatures and monsters threatening humanity. The Sirius Sam collection features both single-player and multiplayer modes, allowing players to team up with friends and tackle the intense cooperative gameplay, or face off against each other in various competitive multiplayer modes. The game also includes a variety of difficulty settings, allowing players of different skill levels to enjoy the gameplay at their own pace. Broforce is a side-scrolling run-and-gun platformer developed by Free Lives and published by Devolver Digital. It is a humorous and action-packed game that pays homage to classic action movies from the 80s and 90s, with a humorous twist. Players control a team of bros, each inspired by famous action movie characters, as they battle against hordes of enemies and rescue hostages to defeat terrorists and evil forces. In Broforce, players can choose from a variety of bros, each with their own unique weapons and abilities. The bros are parodies of iconic action movie characters like Rambo, Terminator, and RoboCop, among others. Players can switch between bros on the fly, utilizing their unique abilities and weapons to navigate through levels filled with enemies, traps, and destructible environments. Sludge Life is an indie open-world adventure and exploration game developed by Terry Velman and Docion, and published by Devolver Digital. In Sludge Life, players assume the role of a graffiti artist named Ghost, who navigates a dystopian island filled with eccentric characters, secrets, and environmental puzzles. As Ghost, players are free to roam the open-world island, which is filled with various locations to explore, including abandoned buildings, rooftops, sewers, and more. The game features a distinctive art style with bold colors and hand-drawn graphics, creating a visually unique and surreal experience. The main objective in Sludge Life is to spray graffiti on walls, objects, and surfaces throughout the island to leave your mark and gain recognition. This is done through a combination of platforming and exploration, as players search for the best spots to tag and avoid obstacles or hazards in the environment. Reigns, Kings and Queens is a strategy and simulation game developed by Nereal and published by Devolver Digital. It is a compilation of the original Reigns game and its sequel, Reigns, Her Majesty, in which players assume the role of a monarch and make decisions by swiping left or right, akin to a dating app, to manage their kingdom and navigate various challenges. In Reigns, Kings and Queens, players take on the role of a king or queen, with the objective of ruling the kingdom and maintaining the balance between different factions, such as the church, the people, the army, and the treasury. The game presents players with a series of choices and events, and they must make decisions by swiping left or right on cards that represent different situations or challenges. Witcheye is a retro-style action-adventure game developed by Moon Kid and published by Devolver Digital. In this game, players take on the role of a witch who has been transformed into an eyeball by an evil knight, and must embark on a journey to recover her stolen spell ingredients and defeat the knight. The game features unique gameplay mechanics where players control the witch's eyeball as it rolls, bounces, and floats through various levels filled with enemies, obstacles, and puzzles. Players can change the direction of the eyeball's movement by swiping on the screen or using controller inputs, making for a unique and intuitive control system. As the witch's eyeball, players can defeat enemies by bouncing off them or using various magical spells and abilities. The game features a variety of environments, ranging from haunted forests to icy mountains, each with its own set of challenges and enemies to overcome. Reigns, Game of Thrones is a strategy simulation game developed by Nereal and published by Devolver Digital. It is based on the popular HBO television series Game of Thrones, where players take on the role of a ruler of the Seven Kingdoms and make decisions to navigate the complex political landscape of Westeros. In the game, players make choices by swiping left or right on cards representing various characters, events, and situations. Each decision impacts the kingdom's balance between four key pillars: the military, the people, the church, and the treasury. Balancing these pillars is crucial to maintaining the ruler's reign and avoiding untimely deaths or being overthrown. As players progress, they will encounter characters from the Game of Thrones series, including Jon Snow, Daenerys Targaryen, Cersei Lannister, Tyrion Lannister, and many others. The game features multiple storylines and multiple endings, depending on the choices made by the player. A Little to the Left is a puzzle game developed by Red Zero Games. In A Little to the Left, players control a character named Joe, who works as a removalist tasked with moving furniture from one location to another. The goal of the game is to arrange and rearrange furniture in various environments, such as houses, offices, and other locations, to meet the demands of the clients. The game features a physics-based gameplay mechanics, where players need to manipulate and interact with different objects, including furniture items, boxes, and other obstacles, to navigate through the levels and reach the target locations. Players will need to strategize and plan their moves carefully, considering the physics and mechanics of the objects, as well as the layout of the environment, to successfully complete each level.
To the Left is a cozy puzzle game where you'll discover
Snake Pass is a unique physics-based puzzle platformer video game developed by Sumo Digital and published by Curve Digital. In Snake Pass, players control a colorful snake named Noodle as he slithers, coils, and climbs his way through a series of lush and vibrant environments. The game features a distinctive control scheme that simulates the movement of a snake, with players using the left and right triggers to control Noodle's head and tail respectively, and the left stick to maneuver his body. The objective of the game is to collect colorful orbs scattered throughout the levels and reach the exit gate, while navigating through challenging obstacles and solving physics-based puzzles. Players will need to use Noodle's unique abilities, such as coiling around objects, slithering across narrow platforms, and using his tongue to latch onto objects and swing to higher places. Hidden Through Time is a hidden object puzzle game developed by Crazy Monkey Studios. In Hidden Through Time, players are tasked with finding hidden objects in different scenes set in various time periods, ranging from prehistoric times to modern-day settings. The game features hand-drawn scenes that are filled with a multitude of objects to discover, cleverly hidden in plain sight among the scenery. The gameplay involves exploring each scene, zooming in and out, and carefully examining the detailed environments to find the objects listed in each level. The objects can be cleverly concealed among the scenery, requiring players to have keen observational skills and a sharp eye for detail to locate them all.
And that concludes our episode for today. Be sure to check out our other videos for additional gaming content and reviews. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next one. And as always, happy gaming. Peace.